Um, so I just thought I'd discuss some thinking topics. As you know, well, there's a lot going on. Um, I don't know whether I'm being made to believe that people have some form of control over me that they don't, or whether they're just merely looking into coincidences and trying to make out like they do. Um, I know I'm being watched. Um, I know it's by some people who don't say the best things about me, which I think is quite odd. I think it's quite an odd thing to have happen. People who don't want the best for you, like watching you when you're on when you can't see a clear camera or anything like that. It's a bit weird. It's a bit pervy. It's just a bit weird. Um, it's always good to get some rest to change your environment. Just to rest up. You know. Mind games are definitely being played. Mind games are definitely being played. Institutionalized tricks are being played. Um, I think about, nearly getting my own place this year a lot, and the fact that I missed out on it. I think about what the circumstances that brought me there, the attacks, all of it, and who was behind it, and just the way people behaved towards me before I was released. Um, odd behavior, odd behavior, odd behavior. Um, that's why I think about how odd and uncomfortable a lot of people's behavior is towards me or in regards to me, and then what I have to deal with what people say behind my back and the way people behave to my face and then behind my back. It's a different thing, and how they get authority. They get authority from speaking on my behalf about my happiness and about what I want. They get authority off of that, where I haven't signed off of on it. So you get to diss me, but you get to speak on my behalf. That doesn't make sense to me. That's kind of fake. Wouldn't you say so if I was dissing you but speaking on your behalf regarding what you wanted? So, it's a lot of pressure. It's dangerous. But more so, it's a lot of pressure because I know that things don't have to be this way and that things could be completely different if people only like let up on their relentless attacks against me. But they won't stop. Like, no matter what I do to them, no matter how nice I am to them, whether I'm nice or nasty to them, people just keep on attacking me in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's through legislation, whether it's through action from who I know as the police or the NHS. It's a lot of pressure, but it's just more the two-facedness of it as well. Like, you're not saying good things about me. You're laughing behind my back or whatever, or you're doing this and you're doing that, and then you're saying one thing and then you're doing a completely different thing. And you get to speak on my behalf just because what you dictate popular opinion, but who's been popping the longest? Shouldn't I dictate shouldn't I be able to speak on my own behalf? The problem is people don't include me in conversation because they know they'd be immediately left out, and they wouldn't be the center of attention anymore, which they enjoy being, and they will do anything to be that, and they will break any law that they deem that they can get away with. Just odd behavior. That's what I've noticed, like odd behavior. Thinking to the times when I was out before to now. Knowing about the show or the movie or whatever you want to call it. If you want to call it a live action movie, you can. I just I want to be able to go to the gym without being worried about being sectioned, and that people are gonna like while I was in the hospital, I heard people training on bags and like on their beds and stuff, training to beat me, and then coming into the hospital, and they were trying to bring like the biggest, most muscular guys in for me to compete with me. What I went through in hospital and what I went through outside of hospital, I'd say it's left me a little wary. Like, I don't care who I go out with as long as I manage to get myself out for the week. You know, like it's important to keep a fresh perspective. Um, I guess it's dangerous to talk out of turn about issues that I haven't been included in, but at the same time, these issues revolve about around me and about what's best for me. Yet, what I say isn't being taken into regard. I said it before, black magic and voodoo is a sucker's game, and you will get nowhere by doing it. White magic, maybe you'll be okay. But if you go into the dark arts, from my understanding, white magic is okay, but dark magic isn't okay. That's just from my basic understanding. I've never delved too deep into it. Um, I leave spiritualism up to the main religions such as Rastafarianism, Judaism, Sikhism, Hinduism, Islam, Christianity. So I just go by what the main religion, Buddhism. Um, to dabble in the dark arts, I don't really know how you can say my name in the same sentence as that because it goes against everything I've ever believed in. So I don't understand how people are dissing me or disrespecting me or putting like a negative slant on myself or on my name and then speaking up for what I want and getting what they want from it. Like it's a basic trick to me. It's a basic trick. I've been through a lot in life and I've been through quite a lot in life and I just like the opportunity to go to a gym and exercise without fear of repercussions of being tested and experimented on. Um, I just want to get into shape. But something tells me police will come knocking as soon as I start going to the gym again. Which is weird that me going to the gym would require a police investigation. Isn't that weird? Like, are you that shook? Are you that in the wrong? That me going to the gym requires a police investigation or NHS investigation and they don't behave properly. Like all of this is extremely unfair on me. It's an extreme amount of pressure to put on someone and not tell them anything and just leave them speculating in the dark. I know this is the part where you bombard and alarm me for something later on that you want to do. Um, why that is part of a plan, I don't know, and why that is fair on me, I don't know. How that, I mean, like how that is fair on me, I don't really know. Um, it's just a bit weird that I can't do anything without suspicion being arisen on me. It's like I've done something wrong by living my life honestly and following my heart. It's like I've done something wrong by doing that, and I haven't, and I shouldn't be made to feel bad by anyone regarding that. I shouldn't be made to feel bad. It's nothing to be mocked the way I've lived my life because you couldn't live your life that way. You people obviously couldn't live your life that way. Um, it's funny how people just don't get it. It's funny how people just don't get it and how they seek stardom from negativity. And I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm trying to think about how to revitalize the Black Lives Matter movement. Um, it's something I've been wanting to do. Um, it's just, there are people you don't get along with or who you don't see eye to eye with in the way. And what can you do? It hasn't been a nice year for me. Like, I've had to remain extremely focused and extremely like locked on. When you see me quiet, it's me just coping. I'm not running away. I'm just coping. I'm coping. I'm taking the bombardment that you're all giving me. Cause you lot treat me like the weirdo. Like I've done something wrong, and I just want to know exactly what that is, and I think it's extremely unfair to pass on your emotions like that to someone, especially a huge group of you all doing that. You don't know what it does to me. Um, I get the feeling mind games are being played though, like intense mind games are being played, and the balance of power isn't what it's made out to be. Like I think I have more power than I ever knew. More influence than I ever knew. But it's just when you're not given the opportunity to use it or express it because you're being shut down and shunned down. I don't know if you've ever lived a shunned down life, but it's like when they shun you so much that all, all you can do is like be down, like there's no up. You know, people say I suffer from depression. I don't think, and that I only think, and they think they know how I think, and they say they're inside me, and that they can see from my eyes. When really, I think most of them are just playing a silly little game and are just going along with whatever's being said. And it's a naive way to think. And it's a naive way to achieve success through putting another down, you know. Like, I don't know what I've done to you people for you to treat me the way you do. I do think it's racist. I do think it's racist. I do think it's racist. Um, but there's problems in our race as well, so yeah, I'm down for the Black Lives Matters thing. I miss the protests and stuff. I miss the protests. I miss going to Central London. I enjoyed what I was doing before going to Central London and going to the gym every day. But like I said, the clapback I had for going to the gym for a week or two was so big that, you know, and the people and organizations involved, from the police to the NHS, in me not getting my own place, it kind of makes me feel like I should just live a shadowed life for a while. Um, Obviously, I'm unhappy in hospital because I'm out of hospital. I made it out of Ward 1 and I made it out of Ward 2. And, you know, people were after me and people were against me. And I'd like to thank the BBC for playing their part in helping me get out, because, you know, it just looked too bad. But they had no choice but to release me once I left Ward 1 anyway. I don't think they intended for me to leave Ward 1, which is kind of unfair because, you know, I'm on a show and that show shouldn't involve hospitalization or imprisonment or sanctions of any kind when you're all meant to be acting on the show. It's just me responding to your act. And that's why I think it's racist, because I think that to watch a black man, naked or not naked, for men not to stop perving on him or commenting on what he does sexually, for them not to leave the subject matter alone, for them to hack and do all this and that. It just goes to show that there's a real problem in the society surrounding the show, and I it was just police action and NHS action for the past. It's just been there for the past, ever since I left Kingston. But things weren't good in Kingston either. So I'll just say, think about how you are on the show to me. Think about how fairly your organizations have treated me. Think about that, and think about it long and hard. Think about the boasts and claims that you're making. Think about the agenda that you're trying to make me believe. Think about how fair it is on me. Think about whether I should be going through any of this or not. I've been through a hell of a lot already, and I don't need to be going through any more. So that's why I don't really go to the gym. Even though my gym might be open, I still don't go to it. I bought stuff for it, but I still don't go to it. And I could, but it seems like a blatant trap of, Noel's too good to be competed against, so we're mad because we can't compete against him. And for that I get punished sadistically. And then these people speak up for me. So it's a bit troubling. Lack of concern over decision making. Lack of concern over because it's just me facing the consequences. But then again, I'm not utilizing my full power. Like I said, I'm not utilizing my full power, so maybe I need to work on talking things out more. Maybe I need to practice talking therapy with myself on Instagram videos like this. See where it gets me. I need to talk to someone, that's for sure, so I'll start making videos when I can.